Hello, my name is Neil and welcome to today's episode of Retro for You, and a big thank you to Pcbway for sponsoring this video. Today's episode we're working on the Amiga 500++ that we built. Now we're having a few teething issues where we'll get the yellow screen, etc. And today what we're going to do, we're going to strip that down and we're going to have a look and see if we can actually diagnose it and get it working, which would be absolutely excellent. So on that note, let's crack on and get this thing fixed. This is the stage I'm at. I've changed to the 68000 and I turn it on and what I get is a yellow screen straight away, which is very strange indeed. Now, I spent the last few hours just programming different ROMs. I've tried different versions. I know these are definitely good and it should work, but for some reason we're stuck on this yellow screen. So what I thought I'd look at next is a memory, and I did put them all through the retro chip tester, and indeed I found one faulty memory, but I've changed it and it's still the same. So where do we go from here? Let's try and diagnose this. This is why I use Pcbway, the top quality boards delivered fast and done right. When it comes to turning a retro dream into reality, it all starts with a solid PCB, and that is where Pcbway comes in. You can start by browsing a huge range of shared community projects ready to go. Just add one to your basket, wait for the checks to go through, and then click order now. So once you've got your project that you want to build in your basket, then you're presented with a lot of options. The most important one being solder mask and what colour you want your boards. After that, you can also select whether you'd like an SMD stencil and, more importantly, assembly service. So if you're soldering it up to scratch, you can get Pcbway to make the board for you and send you complete. How great is that? What you need to do now is wait a few days and promptly your parcel will arrive. And also what's great is you always get a minimum order of 5 boards, so if things do go wrong like they generally do with me, I've still got another 4 chances of getting it right. So from projects small to big, Pcbway is the place to go. Did I also mention Pcbway not only does boards, it also does CNC machining, 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, injection molding. It's an absolutely amazing place. So don't forget to check out my link below and all new customers will receive a $5 bonus. Thank you very much, Pcbway. So I pulled the upper bank and just left the lower bank. So if I turn this on, as expected, I get a green screen. It's not yellow, it's green. So let's just get 4 new chips and we're going to populate this memory bank here. We put the diagram in and what we're getting now is starting to load. But now we're getting a flashing green which indicates a memory issue. So something is going on this board. It's nothing to do with the ROM. It's got to do with these memory chips. I'm just going to swap out the bottom lot as well and see how that works. So I'm just populating this now with brand new memory throughout the lower and the upper, and then we're going to run Diag Rom again and see if it actually loads. That's all brand new memory in there now. Let's see what it does. So it has indeed come up with the same fault. But before it was loading Diag. Remember this? Last time it was loading Diag Rom. So I don't know what the hell has changed. Next, I think the plan is to pull this Angus and have a look. Now what I have noticed about this is looking around here, it all looks okay, but then when we get to here, you may be able to notice there's a missing leg at the end there. Now it's hard to keep it in focus, but you can just see, can you see the missing leg? Now that probably is causing some issues. I'm almost certain of it. Now I'm not going to throw this chip away because these chips are very expensive. I mean, I think they're about 80 quid on eBay or more. So what I'm going to do at a later date is we'll try and get a leg on that. But for now, we're going to just go and source another one of these. I think I've got one on another board. What I have here is an Amiga 600 board. Now the Angus is the same, which is here. So what I intend to do is to pull this Angus off this. So I'm just going to flux it up, then go and get the heat gun, and we're just going to pop it off so we can then try this Angus in the machine. This new one here is perfect, as it's just been taken off an A600. So we'll pop that in, make sure it goes in the correct way around, which was this way. So in it goes, as easy as that. Now let's give it another go. So the new Angus is in. We're just going to turn it on and see if we get any difference. We've got the diagram in. You remember before it wouldn't load. And now it's actually loading. So maybe it was a combination of this Angus faulty and a faulty memory chip. But the thing is it was working last time, which is very strange. So I don't know what's causing that. But you can see there, it is all there. Wow, that was going freaky there. I don't know whether that's anything to do with this memory or what. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this memory out because it is a bit slower than the other memory. And we'll put the originals back in that are tested, because that is doing some freaky things. But it's getting further, guys. We'll get to the end of this surely. Now I have the old memory back in, and we're going to turn it on with the other Angus and just see what happens, because before it all went corrupt, didn't it? I think the other memory I've got isn't fast enough. I think it's too slow for some reason. So let's just see. Yeah, it does seem to be working fine. But the big test is, will it yellow screen when I change to the ROM, or will it actually boot? Let's give it a go. Put the original Workbench ROM in and let's see what happens. We've got a grey screen, which is looking more promising. And now we have nothing and a grey. Is it going to boot? That was different than before. At least the yellow screen has gone. Unless this ROM itself is faulty. Because this is both flashing on and off here, but then we've got no signal. Very strange. I popped the other ROM in because I'm not sure whether this works or not. I'm going to see what happens with this one. Look at that. That's actually at the kickstart on the 3.2 ROM. So this is looking really good. It looks like this may actually work. Now we still need to reinstall this, the TF536, and we still need to install it into a case. So I'm going to get this put back in the case. We're going to add the memory extension we built last week, and I'm going to add the Terrible Fire. Then I'll be back and we'll power it on and we'll see if we can actually get some games and demos running on this machine. Hopefully it's okay now and it's fixed, but you never know. It seems to have been an issue with memory. There was one faulty chip, and also this Angus obviously was missing a leg, as I said before, but the salvage one from the A600 seems to be working fine, which is good. So join me in a bit after I've got this built up. Moment of truth now, is it going to work? We've been like this before. Now it's in the case, it's got the Turbo Fire 536, it's got the ID connected, and it's also got, if you look under here, the actual 1 meg expansion as well that we made the other week. So this is a pretty pumped up Amiga 500 Plus. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to turn it on and we're going to see if it loads and see if we can get some demos running on it and a couple of games. First of all, I'm just going to try see if it actually boots. Now that does look promising. Look at that. It's actually alive and working. I actually think I've got to the end of this now, which means I've still got to complete the mini ITX project, but now this one's out of the way, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to switch to full screen and we're going to see if we can get a demo running. Now, I've just ended that. You can see it's working. I'm just going to try and find a mouse and we're just going to try do a bit of gaming on it. So I'm just going to try a game with the mouse as well. Let's just go for, I'm actually using joystick now to move around, which is absolutely brilliant. So let's go for L. Let's try a bit of Lemmings, shall we? JKL. Lemmings. So I'm just going to try Lemmings now, which should be here, I guess. It says alt files, I don't know what that means. Well, let's just see what happens. So it looks like it's loading. Expansion RAM detected and utilized. Guess we're going to have to watch the intro. Doesn't take too long anyway, does it? Look at that, absolutely brilliant. And the mouse is moving as well, even though I do need a mouse mat. So I'm just going to try do the first level. You know, it's very easy. And like I said, it's as easy as that, this level is. And in they pop, all done, nice and easy. Let's press F10. And we're back to the main menu. And we can now try something that uses a joystick. Try a bit of a swivel or something, or Projectx actually. I like Projectx, but the SE version because that's a bit easier on me, I think. Projectx SE, that's the one. And again, this has got excellent music because it's Team 17, as well as excellent visuals as well. Just want to check the joystick does actually work, which it does. So all looking well up to now. It looks like I've actually finished this project, like I said, and I'm really happy that it is actually fully working now. Boom. Trying to press the spacebar at the same time. There is a way to get a 2 joystick version, I think, where you can actually use the second button as a to select the power-ups, which is actually excellent. Now I am trying to connect these up at the same time. Christ, that was close then, wasn't it? Who doesn't love a bit of Projectx? It's an absolutely brilliant game. This guy here, I just tend to go around in circles, and I found he can't get me. I don't know if he's supposed to do it this way or what, because if you try taking him head on, he absolutely obliterates you. So if you keep going around in circles like this, I found you can actually escape him. Eventually you just naff off. I've never managed to actually blow him up yet. There you go. Whoa, that was close. Too busy trying to get that.
Power up. Power up.
Oh, look at that. I did quite well. That's it. End of video and another project complete. I can't tell you how happy I am to actually get this finished now, because it's been a bit of a pain, this one, as it's dragged on. I think for over a year now, but we got there in the end and it's all sorted. Now, project-wise, coming forward, I do have a MSX which was gifted to me from Captain Commodore. So big thanks and thumbs up to him for sending me that. And also, we do have some other projects on the way as well. I've got lots of stuff to repair. As you can see behind me, there's more Mac. Now, if you're new here, then please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you watch this video, please hit the like button, because the like buttons help. Don't forget to check out my YouTube buddies, the likes of Captain Commodore, 8-Bit Retro Refix and Josip. And I shall hopefully see you next week on Retro for You. See you soon, guys. Bye.